of Fort McMurray's high schools is now on the World Wildlife Foundation's grant recipient list, and it only started because a teacher wanted a school club.
In September, I was thinking, okay, I don't have a club, and I wanted to start a club that I cared about, something that mattered to me. So then I thought, okay, what can I do? And no ideas are coming to mind. And obviously I care a lot about a lot of stuff, but it had to be something that the students could be a part of, and something that I could be a part of, and something that felt worthwhile.
And what was worthwhile was the environment. Delco came up with the idea after noticing the amount of peels and cores in the lunchroom's garbage.
I was looking in the food bins once, the garbage cans, and I thought, there's a lot of scraps here, and all this stuff could be composted, but there was no composting done at the school. The school doesn't have any composting. Now,
with the help of Delco and his group, the Green Initiative, Westwood High School does. The $3,000 grant they applied for was to build red wiggler worm composters. Now with the composters, the group will reduce the waste and the school's carbon footprint. But this is only the beginning in Delco's mind.
By the time by the time this project gets to the stage of completion, or, well, not that there's ever a stage of completion, but, once it gets to the stage where it's operational, we hope to have all our food scraps from the foods room that are compostable, getting composted. We hope to have all the coffee grounds and food scraps from the staff room also recycled the very same way through the worms.
And when they eat the food, then we'll basically have fertilizer. And we're going to be having a garden, and we'll be using the fertilizer for the garden, and we'll be growing food that we can use in the foods room.
So our principal, Jessica Roy, had a great idea. She said, I want to put in one of my ideas into your project before you put it in the ground. I said, sure, yeah, tell us. And there's this planter, this little planter right in front of the foods room, perfectly positioned, and I thought, what should we do with it? And she said, let's put in an herb garden where the foods people could use fresh herbs. And I said, yeah, let's do it.
And with the installation of barrels on the roof to collect rainwater, this will eventually create an all-natural, self-sustaining ecosystem.
It starts out with the worms, and the worms will compost the food. Then from the compost, we'll take it and we'll put it over the garden and the herb garden, and that will start growing food, and we'll water it with the water from the rain barrels.
In the end, it's all about changing the environment, and hopefully having the Green Initiative continue at Westwood for years to come.
One thing I did when I first started the club, I talked to the students and I said, what you should be looking at this as is your legacy. I mean, you can come here a generation later and hopefully say, hey, look, see this garden here? I was here the very first year that this started. This was all one big scrubland right behind the school, and we want to turn this into something great, and hopefully it'll go on for years, long enough that our students, once they have children in the future, they'll come along and say, join this club. We started this. I started this a long time ago with Mr. Doku and a few other teachers, and it's still here.
For Shaw TV, I'm Craig Monmey.